Hi guys, it's Mary. I'm just filming another video about getting hired by a camp through Camp America this summer. The reason I'm just saying Camp America is just because of the company I went through. Um, doesn't mean that's this is only applicable to people going through Camp America. It's not, but just like bear in mind that that's what I'm referring to when I'm talking about the company I'm using. Yeah, so also like these are just tips, doesn't necessarily mean it'll get you hired, but it's just getting to that time. I think people want to know, how can I get hired by a camp? So I'm going to give a running list of stuff that might help, and then I'll like go up to the main point that I think is most important. So the first couple ones I've got here, there's three actually, sorry, not a couple, are about your actual Camp America profile and what you can do to make that better. My first one is put a video on. You'll probably be hammered by your interviewer to put a video on. Don't worry if it's terrible, there's plenty of like really good videos online, and it's like almost kind of demoralizing how pathetic you think yours might be. But even if you just have a video like I'm doing right now and just chatting away, that's what I did. And if it doesn't appease the camp directors, it seems to appease Camp America. And it just kind of like, if a camp director views your profile, it kind of gives them a sense of who you are. Even if you're just doing something funny or like telling a joke or just being chatty, it's better than nothing. That was my number one. And my number two is your availability dates. Make sure you are available as early on as possible. Camp start can start pretty early, and if you're cutting yourself to later June, you're limiting the amount of camps you can work for instantly. I found this out my first year when I wasn't getting hired, and I changed my dates and then realised there was a lot of camps started during the dates I said I hadn't been available, so it instantly limited me by like half in the amount of camps. Uh, the third one I have is be willing to work for a variety of camps. In your camp selection, after you've like paid for your deposit and stuff, it'd be like, oh, would you be willing to work at a religious camp or an outdoor camp or a disability camp? Um, at first, think why you're rejecting these options. If you honestly feel like myself, like you can't work at a disability camp, that's totally fine. I'm not encouraging you to do something you shouldn't be doing or wanting to do. But like really have a think about it. Like, I'm so sorry, I have a cold and it's kind of disgusting. It's like, do something to push yourself. Like I worked at Camp Outdoors and I thought it was going to be horrible, but it was amazing. I went back for 3 years, so like take that into consideration. Okay, so my next ones are not related to the camp online profile, your online profile even, but there are other ways I think could help you get hired. So my fourth one, I guess this is my fourth one, is qualifications. If you've ever gone to a recruitment fair or even look on your profile, it's like, oh, what qualifications do you have? And you're like, I don't have any qualifications. I mean, I didn't. Think about maybe getting qualification. The easiest one I found that you could get is a lifeguard qualification. Coaching ones do tend to take a while and are not easy to do. Lifeguard ones are pretty easy to find. Like you can like find your local swimming pool, and a lot of the times they'll just have qualifications running like every month. Usually the course takes like a week and it's about £250, but after that, you'll have a lifeguard qualification, which is fantastic, and really opens your doors to camps. Like camps, if they have a pool, have a lake, really want a qualified lifeguard, and they do accept British lifeguard qualifications. I've never had an issue with that or heard anyone having an issue with that. So yeah, if you can do a qualification, do it. Obviously, if you don't have the money, you really don't think you can, then that's fair enough. But lifeguard qualification is not that difficult to pass, and it really helps in terms of your application. So my fifth one now is one that I found a lot of people got hired through, and it's through knowing a mutual friend. When you've gone to camp, you kind of know someone. When you see a friend or have a friend, you're like, you'd be good for camp, you'd be good for camp. And so if you have a friend that's gone to camp and they think you'd be suitable, ask them to recommend you. It doesn't always work, but for smaller camps like mine, they really like people to recommend others for their camp, and they really take into considerations. So see if others will recommend you. If you're at university, by no means, it'd be really unlikely if you don't know someone that's gone to camp. It's like so popular right now, so definitely ask people. And I've lost count of numbers. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. I don't even know anymore. My final one, which I found got me hired. Camp America might not let me say this to you, but this is my number one tip is to email camps. Now, my advice is have your Camp America profile already online, and in the bottom at the bottom of your emails, like specify your number so they can just look you up. Now, a lot of camps will instantly reject you. They'll be like, "No, we don't do it this way. This is why we use Camp America, so we don't hire by email." A lot of camps won't reply. You've got to make sure your emails are slightly different and not just a generic email. Maybe change the name because some camps really hate that. But basically, that's how I got hired. I emailed a small camp in California and I was like, "Hi, I'd really love to work at your camp. Have a look at my profile." And a couple of days later, they were like, "Yep, you can work. We love your application." Nobody ever emails us, which was weird, and I got hired. So I personally find emailing a great way to get hired. Um, that's just my advice. I don't think there's any harm. You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to speak to these people again, and the chance of them already having looked at your profile and then rejecting you, like, I just find that like very unlikely. I have a whole like argument against Camp America and the company itself. I don't think they're a terrible company, but I don't think they're the best. So, in terms of them saying, "Oh, we find the camps for you," I don't know. So I just think sometimes a little push yourself doesn't ever harm anyone. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to my video. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy. Why do my eyes go like that? I'd be more than happy to talk about it. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.